Yes. Good evening and welcome to week two here. As we dive in, um, I was messing around with a new avatar, so that's what you see over there on the side. Just because it's a new feature in Zoom, so I decided to give it a try. Um, so when you take a look at week two here, got a couple of things. First of all, in this assignment, which is a little bit different because this is outside of the mind tap in the book. But what you're going to do is I want you to take a look at you are going to, it refers to a case that's on 180, 89 and 90 of the book. So well, I want you to take a look at this textbook, case in the textbook that talks about motivation at Disney. Um, and I want you to take a look at both with from this case as well as what you can research online as to how Disney applies motivational theories, and how they differ than or are the same as other people. But we all know Disney and the mouse is its own unique has its own unique approach to motivation. So we need to also go ahead and take a look at what other people are saying about motivation at Disney and how that applies and how that's a little bit different than maybe some of the other standard motivational theories are. So let's go back to the modules. um, so that's a basically it's going to be a 2 to 3 page paper to cover the content, read through it. It's an quick, easy read, but I want you to do a little bit of research into what their motivational theories and how their motivational theories could be applied. Um, the next one is the discussion on virtual environments. This is a discussion based on how people work in the virtual environments. These are things that are definitely in today's work environment in an organizational capacity of some sort. You're going to actually find that some of those techniques may be applicable as well in the workplace, but things are different when you go into work online. So this is going to take a look into the virtual environment there. Okay, for our discussion this week. The last thing we're going to do is this aspect here, which is this is your case. This is a stop bouncing around there. This is your selection of your cases for the following for the uh, for the following week. Okay, the first case is an individual selection. So this is where you're going to record this because as you can see here, I'm going to bring this up because um, you'll post these here. Okay, but this is a small enough class, so we shouldn't have a whole lot of problems with this because there's plenty of cases. It's a little smaller class than we usually have. Okay, so we take a look at case number one. Okay, you can click that, or you can look into week number three. Okay, so as soon as I go out, I'll show you the different cases, but this is case number one. Okay, you're going to go through and we're going to look at how, this is a regular full-size case. So this is not a mini case like it's in the textbook or anything like that. These are full cases. Um, so what you're going to want to be looking at is, first of all, look through here and state your problem. Okay, so part one is you're going to drill down to what the problem is in detail. In other words, you're going to be looking for that root cause, and you're going to hear that root cause or the root problem um, is often what happens here is a lot of times people get confused. The root cause is not, okay, you're having, for the example I usually use is this, a company is having turnover, okay, a large amount of turnover, okay, and you have to drill down into the turnover is actually a symptom, not the cause. Okay, it's a problem. Oh, absolutely, it's a problem, but it's not the cause of the problem. Okay, there's something behind that problem. That's a symptom. It's kind of like diagnosing things. As if you were a consultant, you're going to go in and take a look and drill down and figure out what these problems are at the core. Okay, So you're going to dive down there. You know, in other words, you know, you can't say that, you know, the main problem is a lack of motivation of the employees. That's not going to be it. It's going to be some other kind. Whereas you're going to dive down in here, and like this case here, where they were talking about this, it might be a lack of a training. It might be a lack of a rewards system that might not be adequately or equally distributed. Okay. Um, you know, unhappy employees could be, you know, could be employee culture, could be, you know, the organization needs a cultural change, could be problems with employee benefits or any number of those types of things. So you're going to really dive down, and that's that part one, is defining the problem. And that should be roughly, that's going to be a 2-page max. Typically, it's not going to be any more than page and a half. Then you're going to have, in this case, what we're doing is I'm going to have you, because typically the second part of any good case is to look at what's out there. So you're going to be looking at what's out there and seeing what other people are doing. Well, how can it be applied? What parts of it can be applied? Okay. So what I'm going to have you guys do is you're going to go out there and look at 4 articles. Okay. And there's actually an outline for that, and I'll go over that a little bit more next week. But you'll be looking at up 4 articles. You're actually going to review those articles, pick out what can be used, pick out what's pertaining to your particular case and how it works. Then you're going to analyze that part. Okay, so then you're going to analyze and give me some solutions to the root cause. Okay. And you're going to give me more than one, because I want you to make sure that you're, you know, that you're defining what that baseline is, and what can you do to fix that problem. Okay. And give me some alternatives, and then pick one that's the best and tell me why. Okay. And then bring it all together. I'll be putting out a video next week specifically on this, just on how to handle the case itself. But if you're for next week, and I'll post that in next week's videos. But in this case, what we're looking at here is, all I want you to do is pick your case. So if we go down here into week 3, okay, and there's the article example that you guys can take a look at, and I'll be referring to next week as we keep bouncing around here. And then down here are all your cases. Okay. All I want you guys to do is tell me which one of these you're going to do in that. Because I do limit this. Okay. Typically I only allow about 3 or 4 people to do the same case. So any more than 4, so by chance, you guys all pick this, 4 of you pick the same. After that, I'll have to come back and tell people to make a different selection. Okay. So I want you to go ahead and, out of these cases here, and there's plenty of them to choose from, I want you to go ahead, take a look at these, select one of those, and just post that in up here in week 2 under this discussion. And look out for, some things during the week. Yeah, these have some great videos here that I would encourage you guys to take a look at this week. As we go into week 2, equity theory, expectancy theory, reinforcement theory, all talk really great things about motivation. And I'm probably going to post a couple of other ones that you'll see post up in the discussion as well, about motivating in the virtual environments. All right, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Again, don't forget, Thursday mornings, 9 o'clock, I'm online. And if you guys just want to drop by and say hello for a couple of minutes, that's great. I would look forward to it. Again, hope everybody is having a great week. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.